Okay.
Good morning. Are you, am I ready?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay, there's a little, I can only see you, I can't see myself, so I'm gonna double check. There's a little message up here. Oh, it just says it's being recorded. Okay, sorry. I can't get to these things. Okay. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bonnier Christian Church Yoga with Linda. I'm Linda, and it's so nice to have you join us today for practice. So whether you're in real time or whether you are able to later connect with the video at your own convenience, I'm so glad you've made it to your mat. And just please remember, this is your yoga. This is about your body and you being in touch and becoming aware of your body in the moment it's in. So yesterday you might have been able to do certain things that today your body just does not feel like doing. I'm going to raise my hand because that's my situation. I did a lot of physical activity yesterday, and today I'm feeling the weight of that in my body. So with that in mind, just be aware of where you are. I'm going to be sitting on a cushion. This is just a throw cushion for my sofa, but I suggest you find yourself a comfortable seat. If a cushion works for you, that's great. If a blanket works for you, that's also great. You might want to have a blanket close by. We are going to be on our knees, and I do like to put a blanket under the knees as much as possible to protect them. If you don't need it, that's fine. So last week we were working with the spine, and I focused on spinal awareness and spinal alignment. So if you were unable to attend and haven't had a chance to look at that, there was a lot of information there. It was a slow flow class, so you might want to check into that. And today's class is going to be a combination. So I call this class Easy Breath and Spinal Awareness. So we're going to be working the first 15, 20 minutes of class just with breathing and consideration of alignment of the spine. So I want you to find a comfortable, easy seat. So if you're on a cushion, you're on a blanket, maybe sit with one leg in front of the other, hips a little bit higher than the legs, that might be more comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable to sit without blocks, you might put blocks under your knees, and that might help your spine to be even taller. So if you find this difficult, you can help yourself by using blocks or books or even cushions under your knees. You also don't have to sit in this position. You can sit like this. You can be in a chair. You can also be on a bed for about the first 15, 20 minutes of practice. So I was lucky enough to be in church on Sunday. That's my first time being able to attend physically. And it was such a pleasure to be back in the sanctuary. And just thanks to everyone who made that such a special day and a special service, and thanks to David as well for his wonderful sermon. So let's close our eyes, or maybe just have a soft gaze, sitting straight up. So connecting the spine, the base of the spine to the earth, the crown of the head to the heavens. And you can look straight ahead or look at the video or the screen if you need to, but at some point I want you to just become aware and start to look inward. So we're going to take a few breaths, placing our palms on our knees, breathing in and out through the nose, becoming aware of the pace of your own breath. And as you breathe, do you have a tendency to sort of lean forward or maybe draw your shoulders up? Just be aware of those movements that your body automatically makes just with the movement of the breath. So finding stillness, breathing in and out through the nose, maybe visually looking at 24, maybe 25 vertebrae of the spine, and connecting to that, connecting the breath to the spine, the sacrum, and the coccyx. all motion takes place from the spine. So any movement that you make involves the spine to some degree. So this really is our center. And this is why in yoga practice, we talk about the 7 chakras of the spine. These are energy centers because the spine is the energy center. It's got your nerves. It has everything that you need to make things happen. So breathing in and out through the nose. Bring your palms together at heart center, Anjali Mudra, offering seal. And just bow in prayer. Take a moment here to consider your intention, your samkalpa for today. And considering breath and spinal alignment, I choose the word today, abide, which David spoke about in his sermon on Sunday. So abide is translated as to stay in, to stay with, and maybe even loosely to hang out with. So let's abide with that thought today. And with palms together, we will chant 1 round of Om together. We will inhale to chant, big breath in. And release the palms, hands come back down to the knees. Breathing in and out through the nose, realign the spine, the root of the spine, reaching towards the earth, the crown of the spine reaching towards the heaven. So gently open your eyes and bring both hands in towards your chest. So you're not going to make a hard fist, but just a gentle fist. We're going to do 3 rounds of Kriya Yoga. So it'll be 3 of each set. So 1 set I will just demonstrate. Your arms will be going out to the side on a count of 4. And as we go out, you're going to rotate your wrist and slowly open your hands. So you're pushing your hands out to the side. And as we inhale is out, exhale, we're coming back in. 2, 3, 4, and then you curl them in. So we do 3 rounds of that. Then we follow the same pattern as we move forward and back in, and I will count the breath for that as well. We do 3 rounds of that, and then we do 3 rounds moving up. So you're always, as you inhale, you're moving your wrists towards one another inside, and as you exhale, you're moving your hands out, so your palms are facing out towards one another. So sitting nice and tall, we're going to begin Kriya Yoga. So inhale, begin, 2, 3, and circle, 4, hold, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 1 more time, inhale, 2 more times. Exhale, bring it in, 2, 3, this is very slow. Last time, inhale, 2, 3, open and splay your fingers, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. So feel the sensation here. We're going to move our hands forward out in front of us. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Really reaching. Exhale, bring it back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay here. Feel the sensation. Our next 3 rounds will be moving up towards the sky. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Palms come together at heart center. And palms come face down to the knees. Just close your eyes and feel the sensation that that small amount of work has given you. Breathing in and out through the nose. Both arms come out to the sides. Splay the hands. We will inhale and then we'll come up halfway and then slight pause all the way to the top. And exhale, we'll float it down. So palms are open, fingers are splayed, maybe your fingers are touching the mat. Inhale. All the way up. And exhale, float it down. Inhale, sweep the arms up halfway, all the way. And exhale, float them back down. 2 more. Inhale, pause, all the way up. Exhale, float them back down. 1 more. Inhale, sweep it up, all the way up. And exhale, float them all the way down. Palms come to your knees, awareness within. So honoring the work that you have just done, take a moment, breathing in and out through the nose, feeling the sensation in your spine, in your body, and in your breath. Place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Feel your heartbeat. Honor your body. Honor the organs inside. Bring them energy and goodness and strength and healing with your thoughts and with your love. And send that love and that energy to others, maybe known or unknown to you. Bringing the palms once again to the knees, drop the chin slowly. And you may hear cracking or popping in your neck as we do this. So your nose will be your guide, and see if you can envision that you're pushing a little ball of yarn in a circle using your nose as the pusher. So this is not a huge circle, but one that feels comfortable for you. We're going to go very slowly. I've just now done 1 rotation. So inhale, going up. And exhale, coming down. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, going up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, coming down. 2, 3, 4. Opposite direction. Inhale, up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down, 2, 3, 4. Chin to the chest. Look straight up in front, straight ahead of you, and now gently shake your head no. And then shake your head yes. Yes. So I need to switch my legs because my right leg's falling asleep. So I'm just going to wiggle them out a little bit. We're still going to be seated. So if you need to make adjustments, do the same. You might wiggle your legs out. It's a long time to sit in that position. I know that yogis can do it for several hours, sometimes days on end, but I'm not one of them. I'm not that advanced. So I'm going to put my left leg in front as opposed to my right. And hopefully, let's see, is that what I had last time? I think that's what I did. Okay. If I didn't, I'll be switching again. So inhale, center, exhale, left ear drops towards the left shoulder. Nice tall spine. Right arm comes out, splay the fingers, pinky drops down to the mat. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little more intensity, and I think it's worth trying, your right palm will now face the mats or face the floor. So, and then you're going to flex your wrists so that your fingers are pointing up to the ceiling. Shouldn't be painful, so don't overextend, but just enough. You'll already feel a stretch or a different type of stretch in the side of the neck when you do this. As we inhale, we're going to act as if we're pushing or climbing that hand up a wall. And you're going to try to get to maybe shoulder height. And then exhale, come back down. And I don't know about you, but that is very intense for me. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, climb it up slowly. And exhale, bring it back down. You need to breathe out through your mouth. That's okay. Inhale, climb it up slowly. Exhale, bring it back down. Right hand, rest on the right knee. Take your left hand and place it on your head and just help your head to come back to center. It's a lot of deep stretching. So then left hand comes down to the knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, right ear falls towards the right shoulder. Let everything go as the weight of your head just allows that neck to relax and stretch a little bit deeper. Relax your jaw. Left arm comes out, splay the fingers, pinky touches the mat. If you push into the pinky, you'll find that that is even more sensation. If that's enough for you, stay there, just breathing in and out through the nose. If you would like more, place your palm so that it is parallel to the mat or the floor. Then flex the wrist so the fingers are pointing up. As you inhale, begin to slowly lift and push as if you're sliding up a wall. Come up to shoulder height. Exhale, come back down. We have 2 more of these. Take them slow. Inhale, push it up. It's moving up that wall, up and out. Exhale, bring it down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down. Left hand comes to the left knee. Right hand comes to the head. Inhale, center, and let that right hand, right arm help your head come to center. Right arm comes back down. Take a moment here just to shake your head no. 1 time. Shake your head yes. You might feel a greater range of motion. You might feel some tension still. If there's a sticky part, maybe stay there and try to work it out. So now I'd like you to bring your hands up like this. Drop your 3 fingers, pinky ring and middle finger, and then you have the L shape. You're going to place your thumbs to the back of the ribs and the rest of the fingers can kind of float forward underneath the rib cage. So we're going to work on some breathing here, shoulders back and down. We're going to just inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. So I want you to do this on your own first before I give you a cue, and just feel where you're breathing. So you can breathe in the upper lung only. It's a little hard. You can breathe in the belly. You might look like Buddha, that's okay too. And you can breathe in the back, so the back of the lungs. So we're going to work on those different areas, and we'll try to do it all at once. So what I'd like for you to do, as you are just feeling, you're not really pressing into your rib cage. As you breathe this time, I want to see if you can fill the air and move the air out towards your ribs. So you're actually breathing towards like the lateral side of your body where you're pushing out. So inhaling, exhale. Inhale. Really filling up, exhaling. Filling as far as you can with each breath. Squeeze it out, bring your belly button to your spine. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Squeezing it out. Excellent, great job. So find your center. We're going to move to tabletop. So we are going to be on our knees quite a bit. So if you need a cushion there, please find a cushion, a blanket. So you can move forward, putting your fingertips behind you and come up. If that works for you, great. If you like to just lean on one hip and bring your leg around and then come up to tabletop, that works as well. So find which way works best for you. I'm going to shift over here and grab my chart, which helps remind me of what I want to do next. So I am going to use a blanket under my knees, and I usually do if I'm going to be there a long time. So knees are underneath the hips, and palms are underneath, open wide, palms are underneath the shoulders. And we're going to unflex the feet. So we're going to do a couple rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. And I want you to really feel your spine here. Exhale, drop your tailbone, lift the belly, drop your head. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. Two more at your own pace. Visualize the movement and the articulation of your spine as you do this, as well as your breath. How is your breath moving in the body? When you're finished, come back to tabletop, tuck your feet. So you're gonna tuck your toes under, and we're just gonna slowly start walking our hands back. So what I'm gonna have you do is try to sit actually on your heels with your toes curled under. You might have to move a little toe out of the way. This can be very intense. You can use blocks to sort of help you get upright. If you're here, and this is enough stress for you, sometimes it's really nice to have a block or book something under your shoulders, under your forearms, so that you can still get some of that stretch in the foot, but not the tremendous sensation you would if you were sitting up. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly walk it back. Slowly, slowly walk it back. We're coming back to tabletop. So unflex that foot and then maybe pound the foot a little bit against the mat. So we're going to do a little work with our hands right now. So I'm going to come to you. So hopefully this will be helpful. Let me double check here. Okay. So my knees are underneath the hips and my hands are underneath the shoulders. So here, I'm in flat tabletop. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to turn it so that my wrist is facing backwards. Now, if that's too much sensation for you, maybe put it at a different angle. So what we're going to do is not really put a lot of pressure on the hand that's going backward, but find the sensation that works for you. So I can try complete opposite today because I feel like I have that range of motion. So here we go. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're just going to rotate our hips just a little bit to make small circles. So we're not putting all of our weight on one hand at a time. We are creating balance. And be sure to like splay your fingers wide. Last circle. If it's too much sensation for you, obviously do not do this. We're going the opposite direction. We're going 3 circles. 2. And you want to keep your head aligned. So if you are cocking your neck up or pulling it down, try to stay straight. So your right hand now, I want you to take it and put it so that the top of your hand is facing down on the mat. So now your palm is up. And slowly bring your hips towards your heels and allow that right hand to just sort of scoop up gently and come up to your knees and just shake it out. We're going to do the other side. So coming back to tabletop, this time it is my left hand, which I'm turning to face my toes or my knees, finding that straight line. Inhale, center. As we exhale, we're going to begin those slow circles with our hips. We're just trying to create a little bit of movement in the wrist, which is counter to what we normally do. And this actually should give you some relief if you work at a computer all day. Take your time. We're going to go the other way. Last circle. Inhaling, exhaling. Come back to center. Reverse the hand. Place the top of the hand down on the mat. And slowly begin to bring your hips towards your heels. And you're not going to push too hard on that left hand. You're going to just let it rise gently. Slowly come up. Shake it out. Shake it out. And from here, we're going to go into an extended child's pose. So I'm getting back on my blanket. So I want you to open your knees wide and bring your big toes together and slowly walk your hands out in front of you and then allow your head to drop down on the mat. And allow the palms to come down on the mat. And we're here for just a few breaths. And as you're here and breathing, see if you can let everything go. Is there tension in your neck? Is there tension somewhere in your low back? Can you let it release? If you're experiencing pain, then find your way out of the pose. And maybe just sit or watch. So to come out of this pose, begin pushing into your hands. We're going to come once more up on our knees. So if you are on a blanket, stay on a blanket. We have 2 more things to do here. Inhale, center. Exhale, take both of your feet or your knees. You're going to bend them and you're going to bring your feet to the right side of your mat. Inhale, center, and look, as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. So you're getting a lateral twist. At the same time, push down into your left hand. Inhale, come back to center, head comes back first, and then the knees lift up and come back, or the feet lift up and come back to center. So we're going to the other side. Inhale, center, lift the feet, drop them over to the left side. Inhale, center. And as you exhale, look over your left shoulder, press into your right palm. Just one more breath here, in and out through the nose. As you inhale, center, inhale, the torso comes back first, and then the knees come back. So inhale, center, left arm rises, and left arm comes up as you exhale and through to thread the needle. So now we're stretching our back, our upper back. So we'll be here for just a few minutes. Not a few minutes, sorry, a few breaths. Don't panic. In and out through the nose, the palm is facing up. If you want a very deep stretch, you move your right hand way above you, and then you walk it over towards the left side. But if you have your palm on the left side, bring it back. Inhale, bring it back underneath the right shoulder. As you exhale, push into your palm. Bring that left arm out and up. And exhale, come back down to center. Other side, inhale, right arm comes up. Left arm comes down and through, bringing the head, the shoulder, maybe the cheek, down to the mat. Open palm. Left arm can remain where it is, or you can walk it out in front of you and then over to the right side of your mat. Several breaths here. In and out through the nose. To come out of the pose, if your hand was walked over, walk your left hand back to center, underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, push into your left palm. Right arm comes up and rises. And exhale, bring it down. Great job. Whew. And maybe push back for just a second. Drop the head. Let's find a moment of cat-cow here. So coming back on all fours, palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. Really stretch. Lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. Flex your right foot, flex your left foot, walk your hands out just a little bit. We're getting ready for our first down dog. Inhale, center. Exhale, push up slowly. Let your tailbone rise. Push up slowly and come back into your downward facing dog. If your heels don't touch the mat, don't worry. Have them bend nice. We want to really push into the knuckle mounds of our hands, gripping our fingers into the mat. Let your belly rest on your thighs. It's okay. Begin to pedal out your dog. So really, really stretching out your legs. Finding movement in the ankles. Finding some good stretch in your muscles in your legs, but only to the point of a 4, maybe a 5. So we're here. You had a blanket, maybe you move it now. Bend the knees deeply, generously, and slowly walk your way up to the top of your mat. If it works better for you to walk your hands back, that's fine. Whatever works for you. Maybe you're like an orangutan and you want to move forward this way. That's okay. So feet are hip distance apart. And we're bent generously in the knees. We're going to grab opposite elbows. If you prefer to keep your hands on the mat because you feel a little bit more comfortable in terms of balance, keep your fingers there. So drop the head and shake the head yes, and shake the head no. Maybe walk your hands over to one side so you get a little twist. Come back over to the other side. I like to grab opposite elbows because I can really hang and let my lower back release. So a few deep breaths here, feeling the belly, letting it rise. Last deep breath. Bring the palms to the mat, bend your knees deeply, inhaling. Exhale, push into your feet and slowly, slowly, slowly rise to standing. As slow as you can make it, even slower than me. And come to your mountaintop pose. So you're nice and strong, your shoulders are back and down. Arms are by your side, gaze is facing forward. Belly button is knitted to your spine. Feeling your strength here. So lift up your toes off the mat and splay your toes out if you can. For some people that's difficult. Feel the weight move towards your heels. So you're still on the ball of your foot, but you're also on your heels. So right now you have 2 points of balance. When you allow your toes to come down, you have the outside balance of the third, I call it the third position, which is the outside mound of the pinky, of the little toe. So that's where your balance is. So let's lift our toes one more time, rock back on the heels, the knees might be slightly bent, belly button's knitted to the spine. Let's roll our toes down and slowly roll up on our tippy toes. So it may take a minute to find that strength. Stay here, palms come together at heart center. Come down when you need to. That was challenging. That was our balance for today. So we're going to do some very slow flow here. So inhaling, arms rise. Exhale, slowly float them down as slow as you can. Remember, bend those knees when you're ready. Palms come to the mat. Maybe they come to your ankle. Touch something. Bend the knees deeply if you need to. Let your head hang. Bring the palms of your hand to your shins, right above your ankle. You're going to inhale, slide your hands up to your thighs, and straighten out your back, shoulders back and down. Draw your shoulder blades together. And find that flat back, belly button knitted to spine. Inhale. Exhale, let those palms slide back down your legs. Bend your knees when you need to. Palms come down to the mat. Head hangs heavy. Bend the knees. Slowly push into your feet as you come to standing. Arms will backward swan dive. You're in slow motion. Be generous with your breath. Find alignment in your spine. Look up between your hands. Palms come together at heart center. Slowly coming down on Anjali Mudra. Pressing palm against palm. Find the energy you need. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, slowly float it down. Your choice here, you can go straight into a flat back or bring your palms to your legs, float them up to where you would like it to be, your flat back. Inhale, exhale, float them back down your legs if that's what you chose. Palms come to the mat, head hangs heavy. Bend the knees, inhale, exhale, push into your feet, slowly come back, rise, backward, swan dive. Palms come together, heart center, Anjali Mudra. We're going to do a little add-on. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, right leg steps back. Right hip moves forward, left hip moves back. Drop your right knee, untuck the toes of your right leg. Inhale, push into your feet, arms rise, sweep them up. Maybe you stay here. Knees over the ankle, keep breathing. Maybe you look up to the sky, crescent lunge. Inhale, exhale, palms come together, heart center. Palms come down to the mat. Bring the hip crease of your left leg back and flex that left foot. I have to move mine out, I get a cramp. Breathe here for a few breaths. Inhale, bend your left knee so your knee is once again over your ankle, both hands. Left hand is to the side, left side of the foot. Right hand is where your right foot would be, to the outside edge. Tuck the toes of your right leg, lift that right leg up. Now here's where you can use a block if you want to, but you don't have to. Palm comes down to the mat, right palm comes down to the mat. Left arm comes back to your leg crease, slow twist, and then left arm rises. If that's too much of a twist for you, you can always use your block. Exhale, left arm comes down, right arm is where it is. Drop your knee on the right leg, untuck the toe, bring your left knee back. So you're once again in tabletop. Tuck the toes of both legs, inhale center, exhale slow push up and back into downward facing dog. A few deep breaths here. The spine is really working now. And slowly walk back up to the top of your mat. Finding once again that very delicious low back release as you hang. Maybe palms are on the mat, maybe you grab opposite elbows. Maybe do a little bit of a swing back and forth. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no. Inhale, both palms come down to the mat, bend the knees. Push into your heels as you rise. Backward swan dive. Slight back bend, palms come together at heart center. Anjali Mudra. So we have the other side. Make any adjustments you need to. Feet are underneath the hips. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Palms come down to the mat and bend the knees. This time the left leg will step back. Right hip moves back, left hip moves forward. This is a closed hip pose. Drop your left knee, untuck the foot of your left leg. Right knee is above the right ankle. Inhale, push into your feet and come all the way up, floating your arms. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you look higher with a deeper bend, breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale, center, palms come together, Anjali Mudra. Both palms come down to the mat. Slowly allow your right hip crease to open up, so moving back. Flex that right foot. Get a nice deep stretch. If you have to make adjustments like I do, do so that you get that nice stretch. Flex your right foot here for just 3, 2, 1. Bend that right knee, placing the right knee over the right ankle. Palms come down to the outer sides of the foot. Tuck the toes of the left leg. Lift the left leg. So again, you can use a block if you need to. Place your left hand on the mat. Right hand comes to, or thumb comes to the hip crease of your right leg. You can stay here and look up, or maybe lift that right arm, look all the way up. In your next exhale, bring your right arm down. Drop your right knee. Untuck the toes of your your left knee and then your left foot, and bring your right leg back. So you're once again in tabletop. Find your way to tabletop. Stretch out that spine. Belly button knitted to the spine. Tuck the toes of both feet. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly push up and back into your downward facing dog. And walk your dog. Feels really good after you've worked so hard. We're going to move forward into plank. Inhale, walk your arms forward just a little bit. Come up on your toes if you need to. How does your spine feel? Draw your thighs together. Draw your arms towards one another. Belly button knitted to the spine. If you have trouble here, you can drop your knees. Still finding strength, you can cross your legs. You can do that and then pick it back up. So we're here for just a few more breaths. On your next exhale, bring the arms in towards the ribs and allow yourself to float down to the mat. I didn't float so well today. Untuck the toes, flatten them out. Get strong in your glutes. Forehead comes down to the mat. Push your pelvic bones into the mat. Inhale as you exhale. Push up slightly, look straight ahead. Baby cobra. Exhale, bring it back down. We'll do 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Baby cobra. Exhale. Head comes back down. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, baby cobra coming back down. Tuck the toes of both feet. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale, center as you exhale. Slowly allow yourself to come up into your last downward facing dog. And down on your knees. Find your way to your back. So maybe rock on one hip, straighten the legs out in front of you. It might feel really good just to wiggle your legs out for a minute. Maybe flop them. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but maybe flop them back and forth. That always feels really good to me. Shake out your wrist. Maybe take your fingers and do, I don't know if you can see, but I'm doing this, but do it very quickly. So whenever you have issues with your hands, give them a lot of mobility by doing small things like this. If it's arthritis, that's different. So please see your doctor about that. But if it's just from the exercise, this is okay. So finding our way down. As you know, I always like to go on my hip, walk my way down. This is the safest way to get on your back, no matter what age you are. If you have really strong core muscles, that's no problem. And you know you can always get your legs and just go whoop and lie down this way too, which is more fun and much more playful. So bend the knees. And before we move on to our next pose, maybe let's just straighten out the legs for a minute. We've done a lot of work and just see how our body feels. Get in tune with the spine, with our breath. So we just started warming up the body, and now we're going to start cooling it off a bit, but still getting some stretches in and some strengthening exercising. So bend both knees, placing both feet on the floor. Inhale, Bring your right knee to your chest. Grab your right ankle, place it over your left knee, so above your left knee. Inhale and come up. Grab behind the thighs, interlace the fingers, and allow yourself to slowly bring both shoulders down to the mat. Now, for some people, this is a challenge, a big challenge. So you can help yourself by using something underneath the shoulder, even blocks underneath a foot. So I could place a block underneath my left foot. So keep both feet flexed. So if you've ever had sciatica or issues in your L4, L5, sometimes even sacrum area, this is always the exercise of choice. If you've ever had physical therapy, this will be your go-to. So I do this daily without fail. And not always in a yoga sequence, but it gives me a lot of relief. So staying with the breath, abide with me. Maybe let's consider the miracle of life and the miracle of Jesus' life. And how he was able to blur the lines, as David said in his sermon, blur the lines of the sacred and what's the other one? The sacred and I cannot think of the word. Secular, thank you. Sacred and secular, the holy and the profane. How do we move through life in a world where we strive for that which is holy, where we long for that which is love and light and holiness? On your next exhale, allow your left foot to slowly come down to the mat. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Extend your right leg out long on the mat. Left leg out long on the mat. Reach both arms overhead. Give yourself a nice stretch. Both arms come back down to the sides. Right knee bends, left knee bends. Inhale, bring that left knee into the chest. Grab your left ankle, place it over the top of your right knee. Flex your left foot. Inhale, bring your thigh and your head up to clasp behind your thigh. As you exhale, slowly come down, bringing both shoulders to the mat. Flex both feet, protecting your knees. And stay here and feel the stretch. Become aware of your breath, the activity that you are doing, the rotation of the spine. Become aware of the miracle that you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are daily, minute by minute, second by second, a new creature. Just a few more breaths in and out through your nose. Remember, you can always find more intensity by lowering your right leg this time and just clasping the shin. And that brings the leg in even closer, so a deeper stretch, if that's where you are. So preparing to come out of this pose, inhale, center. As you exhale, allow your right foot to find the mat. Bring your left knee in toward your chest and hug it in. And now stretch it all the way out. Flex the foot. Stretch your right leg out flex the foot. Both arms come overhead, reaching, maybe wiggling fingers. And both arms come back to the side. Maybe this time let's place both hands, our left hand on our heart, our right hand on our belly, just for a minute. Or a few breaths. And bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Inhale, center. As you exhale, allow both knees to drop to the right side of your body. Your left arm comes out to the side or maybe overhead, stretched out all the way overhead. Breathing in and out through your nose. Slowing down the rhythm, slowing down the breath. Finding rest and releasing tension. And even here, visualize what your spine is doing, what it looks like, what it feels like. Can you feel those tendons that are attached to the bones, to the vertebrae, to the muscle, joining the muscle with the tendon? On your next exhale, flex your right foot, press into, really flex your muscle, press into your heel and float both knees up. If you need to adjust to the center or maybe to the side of your mat, as I do because I'm close to the wall. Inhale, center. Exhale, allow both knees to drop to the left side of the mat. And your right arm can be by your side, out to the side, or maybe reaching above your head. These are different sensations. You might place your left hand on your hip. You might hug your pull if you want a very big sensation, although we're at the end of practice. I wouldn't suggest it. So your left hand can just rest easy. Does this side feel different than the other side? Can you relax? Can you let your shoulder blades just relax on the mat? Is there stress anywhere in your body? And if so, can you let it go? Your next inhale, flex your left foot. As you exhale, press and push into the heel of that left foot, floating both knees back to center. Inhale, the right knee into the chest and the left knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers and rock back and forth. Giving yourself just a little back rub, little massage. If you like a lower back release, place your hands on your knees and maybe do little circles one way and then the other way. As you exhale, drop your right foot to the mat, your left foot to the mat, arms by your side, right leg extends, left leg extends, flex the feet, both arms come overhead, really stretching deep. And then bring your arms by your side. Walk your feet out just a little bit towards the corner of your mat. Palms are facing up. We'll have 2 minutes of Shavasana, and I will time us for this today. So with eyes closed, becoming aware within. Breathing in and out through the nose. As we exhale, letting go of what we don't need. As we inhale, bringing in, inviting in the Holy Spirit, love and light. We'll begin Shavasana with one round of Om, and I will end Shavasana with another round of Om. Inhaling to chant. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make circles with your wrists and ankles one way, and then the other way. Bring both arms overhead and stretch out one way and then the other way. Finding movement and energy and gratitude for your practice. Bend both knees, bringing the feet to the floor. Move your hips to one side of your mat and roll over to one side in the fetal position. And stay here giving thanks for this practice, for the strength of your body and your breath. And for those in your universe that you love and cherish. And send that love and that healing out to them. And out to the world and beyond. And you're welcome to stay where you are or push your hand into your mat to come up to seated. Bringing palms together at heart center. I wish you joy and love and light. And the Holy Spirit to fill your life and your day and your week. Thank you for joining me in this practice. You're beautiful, you are a miracle. I love you. And bringing hands to the third eye, let us close practice together in a whisper of Namaste.